Hi, I'm Sieanna Rahatt,
Hi, I'm Rebecca Andruchek.
and we are both cast members from Cedar Crest College's production of Fame. I'm playing Mrs. Bell,
And I'm playing Miss Sheinkopf.
and we have a couple questions that were given to us that we want to talk about in terms of the rehearsal process, the performances, and how things have kind of changed for us throughout this semester and this production process. So the first question that we have for the both of us is, how has the rehearsal process changed due to COVID? Do you want to start?
I'll start. It's definitely changed. Music rehearsals are definitely a whole different ballpark than they used to be. Doing them on Zoom is a very different experience than actually getting to rehearse in the theater out loud with other people.
I feel like you think that you know your part and like you can like sing along with like the tracks and everybody else's stuff, but as soon as you're on stage and like slightly closer to somebody who isn't your part,
It's gone.
it's gone completely. And also like the blocking is socially distanced, so everybody who's like supposed to have this romantic kiss scene to establish their relationship just doesn't. So I think that is definitely something that is more complicated for those who have scenes like that, because they have to establish a sort of intimacy while being 6 feet apart,
Right.
which I don't know. I haven't been in that situation yet, but I feel like that's very difficult to do. And then I feel like trying to, especially for the first couple of weeks when we just have the masks on,
Yeah.
it's a little more difficult to make character choices, especially because half of it
Half
is
of your face
pulling
is
up your
covered.
mask, and you're like trying to receive a perspective from your scene partner, and then once the mask comes off, it's entirely different.
So different.
It's different interpretation entirely. But now that we've adjusted to face shields as we're going into tech, I feel like we're getting a better idea of what we want to be doing with, especially facially.
Yeah.
And it's a little easier to sing, except for when the shield fogs up. But it does what it needs to do. So keeps us safe, and we're still telling a story.
Right.
How has it changed storytelling? Which is, we kind of touched on that, but I feel like you have to be, despite the fact that we're being videotaped, we
Right.
also need to be big in terms of getting it across
the stage or to the other person.
to other people. Because it's a completely different contrast to be subtle and for the camera, but then to also be able to be big enough that your scene partner is able to pick it up. The camera's also another thing that's like,
That's very
yeah,
strange.
because as theater people, we're adjusted to being bigger, having bigger makeup, bigger hair, bigger movements and things like that, but we're simultaneously performing for the camera,
Right.
and
not a live audience
Yeah.
for this show particularly.
but we still have to kind of encompass both. And Kevin, our tech director, the other day was saying, you sometimes you need to project for theater, but this isn't quite theater right now, and now we're all just disoriented.
Yep.
So, what is the same? I feel like the vibe in general.
Yeah, just the vibe of like rehearsal, like tech weekend specifically, like although it's different because of the distance, it still has the same kind of like energy.
We're still
We're still bonding
getting food,
and getting food and doing everything we used to.
causing a ruckus. But yeah, it's definitely, it still has the same spirit as theater usually does, which is good. Because I was really stressed about that, but it's still good. And, I appreciate still being able to get in costume and
Right.
have fun with trying different things and so on and so forth. Speaking of, the next question is, tell us a bit about costuming. I haven't seen everybody's, but
I haven't either.
it's very 80s from
Yes.
the few that I have heard about and the few, and from what I've seen. I am the dance teacher, obviously, so I get the true dance aesthetic ensemble, leotards, leg warmers, tights, the whole shebang.
The whole deal.
And, it's exciting because I don't think... Have we done an 80s show before? We did Runaways.
But that wasn't, like, as 80s as this.
Yeah, because especially...
Runaways was...
We were children in that, but that's a different topic. But what about your costume?
My costume, I definitely, I saw my top and my bottom together, but I didn't see, the whole thing with a mirror. But I definitely look like my high school choir director, hands down, which is funny because I'm the music teacher in this production. And so maybe I'll just be able to channel her because I definitely look like her because she definitely always dressed kind of like she was in the 80s.
Do you have shoulder pads?
I think I do,
Oh
yes.
my gosh. That is everything. Oh, that's so good. Dang. I love the dance teacher ensemble, but I have been wanting to wear shoulder pads. So I am a little hurt, but that's fine. I really don't know how hair is going to work out. I think
I'm
a
not
lot
sure
of it...
either.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is probably going to be a little crazier for the kids, if
Probably.
anything. Because, the students have a little more liberty to wear what they want, I guess, because we're trying to be professional.
Yeah.
Professional is a bit lenient with me, at least.
Yeah.
But for them, I know, people are wearing, leather jacket ensembles and... what else have I heard? Leopard mini skirts for some. Yeah, and I assume big hair, at least for Carmen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
I haven't heard actually of any of the guy costumes.
I haven't either.
I wanna know. Those should be fun. I wanna see. Okay. So I was kind of thinking that Fame was a collection of characters that you could relate to a lot. So who do you relate to the most?
Who do I relate to the most? Wow.
I know.
I kind of feel like a mixture of maybe Mabel. And I'm definitely not all Mabel, so I feel like I definitely have another character, but what that character is...
You hit me a little as a Serena sometimes.
That's fair, okay.
But, not a lot, but, Serena,
a little bit.
later,
Yeah. What about you?
Well, I feel like it's cliche to say I relate to Miss Bell a little bit. But, just her morals. Because I'm, not, school isn't important, but I definitely value art a little more than I value education, while still balancing both, but I do have, of course, a preference. And, maybe I'll not say that later when I'm an actual adult and out of college, but I think as long as I'm in college right now and I have 3 tests due in 1 week, I think I'm good to say that I don't really enjoy education right now. But, I value that, and then I feel like I have a bit of, Carmen's ambition.
I'd say that's probably right.
Yeah, but, minus the other things she does.
Right.
Without, spoiling things. But, I like to think that I'm ambitious like Carmen. But I don't always agree with her or her personality.
Yeah.
But she's fun. I like
is
her. Even though I yell at her a lot. We yell at the kids a lot.
Yeah.
Why are we so angry?
We are.
And then, what is your favorite part of the rehearsal process?
My favorite part of the rehearsal process, I would have to say, usually for me, it's the first dress when everything comes together with the costumes, because then it feels like it feels more real at that point.
That's when the anxiety sets in.
Right.
I feel that. I do, and maybe this is controversial, I really like Saturday Tech for no reason.
That's fair. It like has like a nice vibe. Like in the beginning, I mean, towards the end, it's less.
You're
it's
just-
less pleasant.
Yeah, once
but-
you pass dinner break, and then you're like, okay, we have to do everything that we just did in the morning again,
Right.
but straight through. Yeah, but like, I think it's kind of Stockholm syndrome, but in like a way that's like fun.
Right.
Fun Stockholm syndrome. You sit there, and you're just waiting for a while. But then you do it, and then you have to go back, and you do it again. But then you all get dinner together.
Right.
So, socially distanced dinner, but dinner, you know. Yeah, that's what I enjoy. That's my favorite every time. So that seems like all of the questions that we've got right now.
Nice.
Do you have any that we should throw in there?
Not that I can think of, but...
Period. All right. Well, Fame opens on Thursday, February 25th, and it goes through to February 27th, all at 7 p.m. So February 25th, 26th, 27th, that's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. And then Sunday, February 28th at 2 p.m. All of the tickets are live streamed, and they are $10 per device.
Right.
And then for Cedar Crest College students, you are able to see it in streaming rooms on campus. And you get one free ticket as well
For
to
streaming.
see the show.
Yeah.
Yes, for streaming. So that's exciting. Thank you for joining us. I hope you come to see the show, and we are really excited to put it on for you. Bye.
Bye.